Hi everybody, it's Joey, and I'm here to do a story time video again. Yeah, I know it's Valentine's Day, I already did enough for the day for today. But before I get into the story time video, I just wanted to talk about, and I keep it honest, I love Jeffree Star. In fact, I want to do a video coming up shortly. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight or if I'm going to do it sometime later. But I wanted to talk about how I felt about Jeffree Star back in the day and how I feel about him now and what changed and why I love him so much. Because I don't know if you all knew, I went from really not liking him and really being like, holy shit, like who is this creature? No offense. To he's my god, I worship him. It went from one extreme to another, and I will talk about that in a separate video. I hate that. I feel like the camera is never. Ugh. Anyways, so yeah, I keep it real. I'm gonna talk about how much I love Jeffree Star in the video. However, this t-shirt, I love this t-shirt. I do. I think it's a cute t-shirt. I love the color of it. But listen, honey. This was not worth $30, and I'll tell you why. The material is very flimsy. It's very cheap feeling. And the thread, it looks like the thread's coming undone. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see it. You see the hole here? It didn't come like that. It didn't come like that. I put on the t-shirt, and I just put on the t-shirt, I went like this, and it teared. I'm not that strong. And I didn't push it that hard. I just went like this. And the thing teared. There's a hole in my shirt now. There's a hole in my shirt right here. As you can see. A hole in my shirt. Very flimsy, very light. Luckily I had a leather jacket on so I could cover up the hole. Very light, very flimsy, very cheap feeling fabric. It's comfortable, but it's just very light. It doesn't feel luxurious. Like Harry says he loves his stuff. It doesn't feel luxurious. It's very lightweight. And for that to tear like that, for me just going like this, there's an issue. There's an issue. Because I'm not the Hulk. I'm not Hulk Hogan. I'm not that strong. So there's no reason that this happened. There's no reason. Anyways, so that's just a side note. But again, I love Jeffree Star. I have the nude one too. I love the t-shirts. I love the colors, but I just think it's flimsy and lightweight. I'm sorry, I just do. It's not worth $30, sweetie. It's not. So yeah. Anyways, let's get to what I really wanted to talk about. So I know it's Valentine's Day, but I'm about to tell you a scary story. Or a true story that just happened to me this past week. So this might as well be Halloween and not Valentine's Day at this point. So what happened was that I had a date with this guy, and we had a really good time. We were talking on the phone for hours the night before, and we had a really good time. Honestly, we had a really, really good time. I met him, and we ate, and I really enjoyed his company, blah, blah, blah. And then he invited me back to his place. Now, this guy is discreet. They all are. So, when we were getting out of the car, because I did have him in my car. I know this is stupid because last video I said I would never have anyone in my car. But I did meet him beforehand. I really did like him. And listen, I trust these guys, I guess, too soon or too much. But I have to start really, really buckling it down and just really being hard on these men. And just being like, listen, I met you, I like you, but I still don't want to go to your place. I really don't care, unless there's, multiple dates at this point, because this is just, these men seem so sweet and nice, and then when we get to their place, it's a whole other story. It's just how does this happen? How do you live your life like this? So, anyways, so we had a good time. We went back to his place. Listen, I knew what we were going back to his place for. We weren't going back to this place to, I don't know, to, bake or to watch Netflix. I knew what we were doing. But this is the thing. I don't mind having sex with someone that I grew a connection with, I really like, and we have like this attraction towards each other. I don't mind doing that. But it was just the way he went about it. So I parked my car, we were getting out of the car, and he just was like, listen, I'm gonna run ahead of you. Because I don't want anyone to see us. I'm like, you know what? That's just rude. I don't even know where you live and you're running ahead of me. So he walks fast ahead of me. He's not running, he does walk fast, and I'm trying to catch up to him. Right then and there, I just slapped him in the face and said deuces, honestly. But I liked him, and I was stupid, and I followed him to his house. So we get into his house, and he's like shaking. He's like putting the key in the keyhole, and he's like shaking doing it. He's like mannequin, like looking around, like putting the. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, do you need to you need to chill, pal. Like, you need some Xanax or something. Like, you need to chill. He's like shaking, putting the key. It took him 10 minutes to find the keyhole to turn it. We get inside, and then it's pitch dark. I'm like, can you turn on a light in this bitch? He goes, oh, the light blew on the staircase. I'm like, well, I can't see. So how the hell am I supposed to see where I'm going? So I take my flashlight from my phone, and I use that to guide me up the stairs. This is like a little ghost, like a fucking ghost story at this point. So I'm going up the stairs, and I'm just getting a bad vibe. I'm just getting a really bad vibe, and it started to smell bad. Like, it started to smell like a dead body mixed with a nasty, pissy cat smell. It was just disgusting. And I was like just getting really creeped out because I'm like going up this dark, creepy staircase that smelled like shit. And I'm like, I don't know where the hell I'm going. It just was horrible vibes. So I get into the house, and I'm still following up the stairs. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I go up the stairs, and I get through the door, and all of a sudden I hear this. Now, he told me that he lived by himself. This is what he told me. Alright, I know he told me that. He told me he lived by himself, and this was it. Anyway, so I get into the house. Like, we go up the stairs and get into his door or whatever. And I start to hear a woman screaming. And it wasn't like she was screaming like, oh, are you home? She was screaming as if she needed help. Like, she was like screaming bloody murder. She's like, oh my god, help, help. Oh, is that you? Is that you? Who's there? Going nuts. And I'm like, I did not see the woman. He was calling her grandma. I don't know if this was his grandmother or not, but he's calling her grandmother. And I'm hearing her, but I don't see her. So I'm thinking this could be a woman who's locked. He could have her held hostage in a bedroom, tied to a chair or something. I don't know. So I immediately start running down the stairs. And I put my flashlight on my phone again, and I run down that fucking staircase. He hears me running down the stairs, so he comes after me, and he's like, don't go, where you going, where are you going? And I'm still hearing the woman screaming in the background, like, oh my god, what's going on there? Going nuts. So I just continue running, and I hear him chasing after me. I hear him running down the steps behind me and chasing after me, but I run out that door. I run down the street. It was like raining, pouring out. And it was like a fucking scene, and I'm running. I turned around to see if he was chasing after me. He was not. I run into my car, I lock the door, and I fucking flee that scene. I speed up that fucking street, and I fucking go and go and go and go. I don't know where the hell I'm going at this point, but I'm just going and going and going until I don't see the surrounding anymore. I was scared as fucking hell, and this shit's not funny. This shit's not funny because at the end of the day, I grew to really trust this guy, I really liked him, and I really did get to know him, and I really enjoyed his company, and then I get back to his place, and this happened. Now listen, could that have been his grandmother? Maybe. Maybe I overreacted. I don't know. But it really turned me off about the smell. The smell turned me off, and the fact that he told me he lived by himself, and then I heard a woman screaming, if that was his grandmother or not. If that was his grandmother, she needs help. She has dementia or something, or she's obviously, something's not stable with her, and she shouldn't be left alone in the house. That's what I was thinking too. So I'm thinking if that really was his grandmother, why leave her alone? So I'm blocking him off. I'm in my car and I'm blocking him off everything. And then I get these calls from him. from his email list. I don't know. He's calling me from his email address. I don't know how he's doing it. I pick up. I shouldn't have picked up, but I did anyways. And I'm just like, stop calling me. I blocked you. Listen, I really didn't like what I saw. I didn't like what I smelled. And I'm done with you. I'm done. This is over. He's like, please let me explain. I'm like, go ahead. He goes, well, that was my grandmother. She's very, I don't know. He didn't say she was sick. She was just like, that's my grandmother. And, she comes over sometimes. Like, but you told me you lived by yourself. So, I don't understand that. It seemed like she was screaming or whatever. And to be completely honest with you, I didn't like the smell off the bat. So this is over. I'm sorry to tell you this. But at the end of the day, you did lie about saying you lived by yourself. Your grandmother was there. You could be lying now saying your grandma visited and she could be the one living there. Because I looked around for a second and I saw like family portraits on like the walls and stuff. So like I know that's a family house. Like I know that's like it looked like a woman lived in that house. It didn't look like he was just living by himself there. Like it looked like a woman was in that house. So I don't know. Like maybe that was his grandmother, but at the end of the day, that was just freaky and creepy. The light on the staircase was out. I couldn't see where I was going. It smelled really bad. And then I hear this woman screaming for bloody murder. I was done. I did not sign up for this. And I said, I'm done. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate. Maybe this was a big misunderstanding or what it was, but it looked really bad. It sounded pretty bad and it smelled really, really bad. So I'm done. I'm sorry. I can't talk to you anymore. And I wish you nothing but the best. If you're lying or not lying, I really don't care. I'm just never going to see you again. And he goes, okay, whatever, and we ended it there, and I hung up the phone. I just hung up. Because I was like, you know what? It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm sick and tired of these guys. You know what I mean? It sucks that this had to happen. Like, these situations had to happen to me right before Valentine's Day, but at the end of the day, listen, these are learning experiences. And I did learn from my first experience, but unfortunately, I trust these guys, and then I go back to their place, and it's another story, or whatever it is, and I guess what I learned from this is that I have to go on the date as I did, but then, like, keep getting to know them. Like, but then again, like, they can keep lying to me. Like, how do you trust someone? Like, when you go on a date, you get to know them, you like them. How do you trust them? Because I feel like they could be lying to you about everything. And I'm sitting there telling you the truth, and you're sitting there lying to me. You could be whatever you are, and you're lying to me. He was lying to me. I know he was. I know he didn't live by himself. I knew that woman had something to do with something. I don't know if that was his girlfriend, because he said he had a girlfriend, and I don't know if that was maybe his girlfriend screaming or what it was. I don't know. All I'm saying is that all that shit was fucking fugazi. I'm happy I didn't do anything with him because he does have a girlfriend, and that's just fucked up. I'm happy I came to my senses and I left that fucking shit. I'm so happy I did. Yeah. Whatever it was, he wasn't telling me the truth and he was lying. Maybe it just looked really bad. I thought he had dead bodies in that place, and there was another one lined up, tied up into a chair screaming for help, and I was the next one. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it sounded like to me. But it could have just been a misunderstanding, whatever it was. All I'm saying is that I was done. I didn't like what I was seeing. He definitely lied to me on a couple of things, and I was done at that point. So at the end of the day, you can't really trust someone, even when you get to know them. You really can't. You have to, like, really delve deeper and deeper into their story, like look them up on Facebook, or like, I don't have Facebook, but like, I don't know, like, try your best to really fucking investigate that shit, because you never know. So whatever, it is what it is. It's another story. I want to tell you that's in the story time. I don't know if I'm gonna name this Almost Got Killed Part 2, or I don't know what I'm gonna name this. I really don't know. All I know is that this shit sucks. It's very unfortunate this keeps happening to me, and I'm pissed about it. Another little thing I want to discuss right before I go. I last night came into my room and I saw a mouse running for his life into a hole in the floor of my bedroom. I didn't know I had a hole in the floor of my bedroom. I looked, there's a hole. He ran that direction. It was a mouse. My friend Lauren was making jokes. Oh, it's Mickey Mouse. We're going to Disney World. I'm like, no, he's not Mickey Mouse, and he's not taking me to Disney World. He came. I don't know why he was here. He ran back into the hole he came out of, and I put a weight on it so he wouldn't come back out. But, like, yeah, I mean, listen. Maybe that was a sign. Maybe that was Mickey Mouse trying to take me to Disney World. I don't know. Maybe he was trying to show me the way. All I know is that scared the shit out of me. I almost had a heart attack, and I never saw a mouse before in my life. So I got very scared, and it was pissing me off. It really was pissing me off. So I was scared last night, but yeah. But we have traps around the house now. What's gonna scare me is that if a mouse really does run around and get in the trap, I don't want to see a dead mouse in the mouse trap. Like what, it doesn't just disappear after it goes into the mouse trap. We're gonna have to like take care of that and like take it and put it in the garbage or something down the toilet. I don't know. So like, it's just scary. I don't know. Ugh. Anyways, I love you guys. I keep rambling, but I'm done now. I hope you guys enjoyed your Valentine's Day. I'm gonna go now. I love you guys, and bye.